Hi everyone, thanks for following along so far. Today my video is going to be about my internship at Balls Media. So I'm going to go into an interview with one of the great orators of Balls Media, Mr. Mikey Traynor. He's going to ask me some questions about my time and answer some questions from the audience. So thanks a lot for chiming in, and we'll see you soon.
Hello and welcome to a very special Balls Today interview here with Angelo Fattore, our American intern who's been working with us for the past couple of months. Angelo, I'll start off straight away by asking you, how have you found your experience here in Dublin?
It's been absolutely amazing. Everybody in Dublin has been so kind and so welcoming. I feel I'm part Irish, but I feel like I'm fully ingrained in the culture.
Yeah, the whole experience.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. So what made you choose to come to Dublin? I think you had a choice of a couple of cities.
Yeah, I had a choice, parts of Europe, but I fell in love. I was able to study at Oxford a couple of years ago, and I fell in love with Northern Europe, and I wanted to get back and experience Northern Europe. And I felt Dublin, was the place to be. And St. Patrick's Day. Why would you not want to experience St. Patrick's Day in Dublin?
It's a pretty good excuse. So you've been working here at Balls Media, which is a sports website for anybody who doesn't know. Here we're dedicated to Irish sports, but we cover everything. We do some American sports as well. How have you found your time here, and is there anything you've learned?
Oh, I've learned so much. When I first was doing all the research, when Brian and Kieran contacted me, I was just focusing on Irish sport, which is great because I learned so much about the Gaelic, I learned so much about rugby and the passion and the emphasis that the people put behind it. But the one thing that I did notice was all the sales management that goes on.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much about digital advertising, digital marketing. It's been an absolutely unbelievable experience. I feel like I'm coming away learning so much. It's been a great investment to be around here.
Well, that is great to hear. Is there one moment that you'd point to as the highlight from your time?
There was an unbelievable time we had a few weeks ago.
I think I know what you're going to say.
With Mr. Chris Camara.
Yeah.
And a night with Cammy.
And then the night after.
And then the night after.
Definitely a good time.
Definitely a great time, but just being here with everybody, they've been so kind, and I've been able to work with the sales team and the content team, and to be able to be a part of the Balls Media family has been a great experience.
And have you experienced enjoying sports the way that we do it here?
Oh, the passion! It's just I can walk into a pub at 11 o'clock at night and it's full, and it's like I'm at home watching an American football game. They're just the excitement around it has been fantastic.
We do enjoy our sports. I think you've put out the question there to see if there's some questions that we've had sent in, so we may as well tackle them. So that is Alyssa Torrisi has said, have you found difficulty balancing your workload from internship and experiencing Europe? So the traveling side mixing with the work that you actually have to do.
Yeah, I found it very difficult at first because this isn't just a vacation.
Yeah.
It's not. The first 2 weeks, it's all great, it's grand, it's like you're pumped up, you're ready, but you hit week 3, week 4, and it's like this is real life. This isn't a vacation.
Yeah.
I was just in Reykjavik, and it was 51 inches of snow, and I had to deal with that. It's like it's real life.
Yeah.
It doesn't shut down, but it takes a while, but you just gotta push through it.
And another question from Alyssa. This will be interesting. Have you been practicing your Irish brogue?
What's a
Like
brogue? Is that like a
demeanor?
Yeah. Demeanor?
Well, I think a brogue in Irish is actually a shoe. But I think in this context, I think it's the kind of demeanor accent, if you will. Do you want to take a stab?
I try a little bit here and there, and it's just you're ordering a pint of Guinness, and it's right in there.
Okay.
It's right in the throat.
You're right.
You're
Right up there. Yeah. Okay. Right, that's not so bad. I definitely heard worse. Good question here from Vicky Rosario. She says, how is marketing approached in Dublin differently than it is in the US?
Well, Vicky, the one thing that I've seen is that in America there's 300 million people, and correct me if I'm wrong, in Ireland there's about 500 million,
Yeah.
but the half or to
500,000 in Dublin. Well, sorry, there's about 5 million in whole.
In the whole country, but about half of that is within the Dublin area.
Yeah.
So to be able to use all those techniques in such a small area has been a very interesting experience. And the one thing I didn't know really is that radio plays a huge part of the marketing experience here.
Yeah.
Especially podcasts. You really don't think about that. I never thought about that back at home. But here, running, the podcast here has just been crazy.
we have another question there. The screen has gone off on us, but now we get it back up. It's Crystal Collins wants to know, what are some of the examples of the differences in culture compared to the US, and what is the best beer in Dublin?
Oh, the best beer in Dublin. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
It's definitely Guinness.
Yeah.
You know, the closer you get to the factory, the better it tastes.
That's it. It's good that you've learned that.
So what is some examples of culture? I think, you know, the work-life balance is very different here.
Yeah.
To be able to, you know, in America we pile on, and at the end of the day, do we really get anything done? But I felt here I've just been relaxing. If I needed to take a walk out of the office, you know, it's free. If I need to take a day for myself, you know, they're very flexible. So there's just this level of flexibility, and it's, you know, I feel like I've become very healthy because of being able to get a great mindset from it. So
interesting. Lily D. Mathias says, what is the most bizarre thing that has happened to you since you've been studying abroad, in brackets LOL?
Oh man, what's the most bizarre thing that's happened? Just a lot of things, but definitely this past weekend when I was in Reykjavik and the snow, that was one crazy thing. And just being out in the public, you know, being out, you know, just enjoying leisure time late at night and being out till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, like, you know, you don't think about that back at home. The bars shut down, and the club, you know, everything shuts down at, you know, 2 o'clock. You're here till 5, 6, maybe see the sunrise sometimes.
No,
so that was an interesting experience.
And before we wrap up, Katie Pauls, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that right, she wants to know, what has been your favourite place to visit during your time in Ireland?
Definitely, there's a couple, but definitely the Cliffs of Moher.
Oh yeah,
it's been such an amazing place to be a part of it.
That's something I went there for the first time like 2 years ago, and I've gone my whole life without seeing it, and then even when you go there, you're just like, wow.
You know, there's another great place. Bray was a great place.
There you go, Bray. He knows how to make the host happy. No, Bray's okay. The beach is nice, but the rest of it's not so good. And final question will be, what has been your biggest challenge working internationally?
I think one of it is that, you know, you missing home.
Yeah.
You know, missing home has been a really big challenge. Like, you think about it, it's so exciting, but then it starts to wear on you. Like, I've made so many friends here at Balls and in Ireland, and really the countries I visited, but just missing, you know, Bethlehem, missing Lehigh Valley is just something that's been one of the biggest challenges I've had to deal with. So for all you guys that sent in a question, one of these free T-shirts will be on your way. Here, Mr. Traynor has his 275th anniversary T-shirt. So, but thank you for all your questions.
Brilliant. Okay, Angelo, well done. It's been
Thank
great.
you very much.
Anybody else who wants to come over, come on. We're open. Come on for a pint. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.